ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರೋಣ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಕಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ నువ్వు పడేసి ఏం చేస్తున్నావు అని డ్రెస్ చేయకు ఏం చేస్తున్నావు నచ్చిపడుతుంది నచ్చిపడుతుంది తెచ్చి పెట్టే ఏం చేస్తున్నావు ఏం పనిచేసి పని చేస్తున్నావు వచ్చి ఇదే తినలేదు చికెన్ చికెన్
Good morning. Shall I start the session? Someone mention in the chat box. Morning. In today's session, we will just discuss briefly about the history of electric vehicles in India. You just write down the history of electric vehicles in India. So in 19th century, the routes of the electric transport were started. Okay, in the early 19th century. So there was an auto car company, electro auto car company, which was which introduced the electric taxis in Kolkata in 19th century. So first electric cars started in Kolkata. Okay, so these electric cars were brought into the market by a company which is known as Electro Auto Car Company. So this company started introducing electric taxis in Kolkata. So I got some old picture of Kolkata. That's what I'm showing you there on this slide. So it started in early 19th century. But these early efforts were very limited in scale, and they faced many technical problems and infrastructural challenges. Okay, so infrastructural challenges. I'm unable to pronounce. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. So there were many challenges at the beginning when electric taxis were introduced in the early 90s. Okay, in India. Okay, in Kolkata. So you can write down key points in your notes. So now, after the independence, there were people started showing interest in electric vehicles. Why? Because there was a concern about the air pollution and dependence on imported fossil fuels. Means we have to import petrol from the other countries. So there was concern about the importing the petrol or gasoline, I can say, from the other countries, and they had the concern about the air pollution. People had the concern about the air pollution. So people started showing interest in electric vehicles in the after independence. Okay. So that is in the year of 1947. That's what I have mentioned there on the BPT. Okay. So in 1970s and 1980s, I think I have a slide. So in 1970s and 1980s, the initiative was taken for the National Electric Mobility Mission Plan was aimed. Okay, so initiative was taken like this National Electric Mobility Mission Plan, which was aimed to promote the electric vehicle adoption. Okay, so why? Because they had certain concerns about the air pollution and regarding we have to import gasoline from the other countries in order to avoid those two. So this National Electric Mobility Mission Plan was initiated in 1970s and 80s. Okay, in between 1970s and 80s, I can say. Okay, but the progress remained very slow due to lack of adequate infrastructure and technical advancements. Okay, so I have written on this page here. So due to the lack of infrastructure and technological advancements, this progress of this adoption of electric vehicles in India remained very slow. Okay, so some image I have posted here. Okay. So people were very busy in the other activities. So what are all the other activities that took place in between 1970 and 80s? You can see in these images. Okay. Now, later on in 1919s, um, commercial development of electric vehicles took place in 1993 when Eddy Current Controls India Limited, means a company named Eddy Current Control India Limited, they displayed a law board which was recognized as the first Indian-made electric car. Okay, this was recognized as first Indian-made electric car. You people just note it down. I hope you have noted down whatever was displayed on the screen. Okay, so that was from 1970 to 1980. In 1990, 96, I'm sorry. Wait. Where were we? In 1990, yeah. So in not 1970 to 1980, it was the earliest, right? Okay, so in 1990s, this law board, if you want, you can search in the Google. Okay, so it was the first Indian-made electric vehicle which catched the eye of many people. So many people started buying this vehicle, this electric vehicle in 1990s. So in 1996, okay, so there was another electric vehicle which was introduced in the market by company which is known as Scooters India Private Limited Company. Okay, so Scooters India Private Limited Company, they introduced one more electric vehicle which is known as Vikram Safa. Okay, which is known as Vikram Safa. It had 3 wheels. Okay, this electric vehicle, it looked like modern rickshaw, we can say. So it had 3 wheels. You can see this vehicle. So this was the electric vehicle. Here you can see at the top, it is written Vikram EV. So Vikram electric vehicle. Okay, its name was Vikram Safa. It was brought into the market in the year of 1996. Okay, so you can write down in 1996, Scooters India Company, they introduced this Vikram Safa. You can write down in your notes. Okay, later in the year of 2000, this Reva company, okay, which is known as Reva Electric Car Company. Nowadays we call it as Mahindra. So I hope you all know what is Mahindra. Okay, Mahindra, you know about the Mahindra company. So this Mahindra Electric Company, earlier it was known as Reva Electric Company. So it introduced Reva car. So you can see, so this electric car looks like a modern gasoline car, isn't it? So it is written Reva there on the in front of that car. So these Reva Electric Car Company, they are this Mahindra olden days company. So it debuted the homegrown electric car, which is known as Reva. Okay. So this Reva, it catched the eye of many people because it was modern and it was comfortable to use. And I think it was a small car which could accommodate only 2 people. You can see here there is a single door. Where is my cursor? Yeah, there is a single door here. It can accommodate only 2 people, but it was affordable and people started getting interested in buying Reva car. So in the year of 2001, I am unable to find my cursor. Okay, Reva I was introduced. Okay, in 2001, there was mass production of electric cars. Okay, so there was a mass production of electric cars. Okay, so this the Chaitan Mania was the person who marketed this Reva car in India. Okay, so many people who were living in urban areas, they started to getting interest in buying Reva I because what? Because it is able to overcome the drawbacks of the gasoline cars. That is, it is emission free and as well as it was cost effective. Okay, it was a small affordable car. So and it was cost effective. Many people started getting interest in buying this Reva car. So you can write down. So you can see on the right side, India's first electric car Reva launched in 2001. So there was a mass production of this car in that year. Okay. So here it is a small step towards greener tomorrow. So this was the brochure, means publicity brochure. for Reva car. So you can note down few points from this slide. Hope you might have written few points from this slide. Now later on, in the year of 2007, the Hero Cycles, it got partnership with the Ultra Motors to launch a new series of electric bikes in India. So this was the electric motorcycle, which was launched in the year of 2007. Okay, so people might have seen these bikes on the roads. Now, in the year of 2016 to 17, the affordable three-wheeler electric cars came into existence. We can't call them electric cars. They are the auto rickshaws, which are auto rickshaw is the most popular word that is used nowadays, isn't it? So we won't call them, even though they operate with battery, but we call them as auto rickshaw. Okay, so the three-wheeler electric vehicle became very much popular in between 2016 and 17. Around 5 lakhs auto e-rickshaws. E-rickshaw means electric rickshaws were sold in between 2016 to 17. Okay, in many urban areas, the auto rickshaws which were used in urban areas, okay, more than 5 lakh approximately, okay, roughly, okay, it is just a rough figure, not exact. Roughly 5 lakh auto rickshaws were sold, okay, in between 2016 and 17. Now, to tackle the air pollution and to reduce the dependency on this gasoline or that is fossil fuels, the Indian government launched the faster adoption and manufacturing of electric and hybrid vehicles. Okay, so that is known as FAME. Here you can see FAME India scheme. On the screen you can see FAME India scheme. So FAME means faster adoption, manufacturing of electric and hybrid vehicles. So the Indian government took initiative to bring awareness to the people so that they start getting interest in buying the electrical vehicles. Okay, so that air pollution can be reduced and so that there is no need to import fossil fuels from the other countries. In order to avoid these two, okay, FAME Indian scheme was brought into interest. Okay. Okay. So this FAME Indian scheme, it supported both infrastructure and customer subsidies. Okay. So this FAME India scheme, it supported both infrastructure as well as customer subsidies. And the market shifted heavily towards mainstream electric passenger cars. Means taxis. So passenger cars means usually taxis. So the market, automobile market, shifted mainly towards the electric passenger cars. If people can go through this content on this Fame India scheme details, you can go through this and you can write down key points. I'll give you a minute. So I hope you might have write down the written down the key points. So now these automakers means electrical automobile makers like Tata Motors and Mahindra. So Mahindra means I hope you know. Earlier it was known as Reva. They introduced functional mass market electric vehicles on native and combustion adoption platforms. Okay, such as this Tiago EV, Nexon EV, and XUV 400. I hope you might be knowing all these vehicles. Okay, this is Tata Motors vehicle. This is also Nexon. You can see on road. You might have seen these vehicles. You might have even seen Mahindra's steel, very heavy metal body, isn't it? Mahindra vehicles have heavy metal body. So if you want, you can go to the showroom and you can see the you can go get to know the infrastructure and what are all the material that they are using, what type of battery they are using. You can just go to any showroom of these manufacturing companies and you can ask them what sort of material they are using for these electric vehicles and what type of batteries they are using in the electric vehicles. Okay, it won't cost you a penny. So now in India's electric vehicle market, you know, it started growing from a single hatchback into a multi-million unit economy. Okay, people started getting interest in buying electric vehicles. Okay, and it is recorded that approximately 2.27 million electric vehicles were sold recently. Okay, So 2.27 million electric vehicles were sold. It is there recently. So you see, I got some brochure. So in this brochure, it is estimated that by 2032, approximately 30 million units will be sold. It is around, it is approximately 12 times more than now. Okay, 12 times growth will be there. Here you can see, just observe on this top right corner. The cursor, it won't be visible to me. Here in this, you can see it is expected that approximately 30 million units of electric vehicles will be sold by 2032. Okay. So you can see at the bottom of this brochure, battery demand will grow from 19 gigawatt hour to 362 gigawatt hour. Electric vehicle component market will reach to around 3 lakhs 2,000 crore by 2032. There will be strong opportunities, means job opportunities will be there in local manufacturing, power electronics, and driver train integration. Okay, to drive towards clean and sustainable future. Okay, this is what is expected in India. Okay, this is what we are expecting in India. Okay, so electric vehicle sales share by segment. Here you can see two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler, electric buses, electric trucks. Okay, so in the year of 2025, okay, I have the data of 2025. So how much percentage of electric vehicles the demand is increasing, you can see here in this brochure. So now, so our Indian company, okay, means I'm sorry, yeah, in our Indian government, okay, not company, our Indian government has begun commissioning its first domestic battery cell manufacturing line, which is shifting the focus from simple vehicle assembly to end-to-end green mobility production. Okay, so our Indian government, you can see I have have placed a brochure here. India to launch around 3,000 crore incentives for lithium and nickel processing to boost electric battery production. So they are taking initiatives. Our Indian government has started taking initiative to boost electric vehicle battery production in India. Okay, so that more electric vehicles can be utilized by the people of India. That's it. This is the introduction about the electric vehicles. I'm closing this session. You can leave this session.